Join CardTricks this Christmas. New buyers will get up to £100 off their first purchase, valid for everything in the store, from big spots, belts, shirts, and much more. Use the code JingleBalls50 with a Z. Good luck and Merry Christmas from everyone at CardTricks.
And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Hello, good evening, welcome to our 193rd bonus recording of the week. I lie, it's our 194th. This is the Three Count review show. Finally, we've got around to it. We're here. So First Off the Line's been out for a while now, and we were wanting to do the show when Hobby's released. So we've seen a bit of Hobby now. It was released last weekend. So I'm here with Chris and Jamie this time to do the review.
Hello.
Hi, boys.
Hello.
How you doing?
Right, I will say something really quickly. I had a notification coming through. We have uploaded 100 shows to our Square Circle Relics feed. Although we've done different episodes, but yeah, 100 things have gone up on our feed.
Nice.
That's a milestone, isn't it? As of tonight, so it's 101 tonight.
3 million hours of content out there for
A
us.
lot of content.
Anyway, look, we'll get into it, and well done, boys. But we'll get into it because we're a bit time sensitive tonight, I think. So, 3 counts, cards per pack. Well, that's a bit weird. They don't really have packs per se.
It's a pack.
It's not really a pack, is it?
It's a box with 3 cards, which are each individually encased. So and most of them have spaces in between them. So that's great for breakers, actually. I don't think the top card does, but the other 2 behind it do. So
Spaces, yeah.
yeah. So, but basically, you get 1 base card, or a case hit is the downtown, and we'll get into the downtowns. We've talked about downtowns before, but we'll talk about them again. And then you have 2 autos or auto mems after that. So a very quick rundown, really, of what it actually
A nice,
is.
easy breakdown, yeah.
So there's 10 boxes per case. Mm-hmm. So, and the downtown is a case hit, so it's 1. So you get 9 base cards, 1 downtown, and the rest are autos, which I kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts on that?
I've enjoyed
Makes a
it.
nice, easy pickup, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a fun watch. Like watching someone open a case is.
Yeah.
It's not too long, and it's pretty entertaining. So yeah, I like it.
If it was 2 base cards and an auto, I think it would suck.
Yeah.
But because there is 2 autos, to be honest, I know like 3 count. You know, it's the 3 count for wrestling. I get it, but it would. I think personally, I'd like it a bit better if you got 2 base cards and 2 autos. Maybe I'm asking for too much. But,
4 count.
4 count.
But make it 4 count. 4 pack. But I don't know. Personally, I just like when you go into these breaks, and a lot of the spots have like base card spots. You know what I mean? And some of them are great to have, but if they were 2 of those in a box, I think it would probably be a much funner break. Like, there's more jeopardy.
You'd be more inclined to take those just base spots, because they are unless you're doing like multiple cases, they're a bit of a gamble, really. Aren't
Yeah.
they?
So as a less jeopardy, there'd be less jeopardy. Just getting that spot. So okay. So base wise, there's 200 base cards. So the current superstars are 1 to 100. Then you have legends that are 101 to 150. Then timeless moments, which are 151 to 200. So the base cards are they're all numbered to 40, I believe.
Yes.
And then they go down from there. So you have red out 25, gold to 10, purple to 8, green to 5. This is important, but which we'll probably cover a lot this time around. Pink FOTL to 4, hollow gold FOTL to 2, and platinum 1 of 1. Right, let's go to the top and say the current stars 1 to 100. Did you like the designs? Do you like the fact that there is 100 base cards of regulars and not like 100 with the legends thrown in. Thoughts on that, guys?
I quite like them. I think the imagery on them is pretty good. I think they're quite nice. I think the fact they're all numbered to 40 as well, even though it's a base card in a 3 set, it's still, attracting a fairly good price depending on who you've got. Ultimately, I think most of these cards are going between $50 and $20 a piece. So, they're quite a nice card to even have as a number card, really, aren't they? But overall, I think it's a nice split having, legends in one half and, current superstars in the other.
Yeah, and like even the design, it looks really like clean. I think it looks expensive for a base card. Do you know what I mean? And obviously they are, but it looks it as well. So yeah, overall, I would say I was impressed. Yeah.
I think the photography on it as well is all pretty good. It's a little bit photogenic type style images on them as well, so they're all quite nice. I don't think there's any I thought that's a bit of a shy image. Do you know what I mean?
And you can say as well for the legends as well. It's basically the same, just with legends in it. And there's some there's some good cards out there. The timeless moments. The difference on the timeless moments. It's a moment in time for the person or people who are on the cards. So it's basically a match card, but of pivotal moments within people's careers, right? And the only real kind of difference is that on the side of it, there's like a timeless moments little bar, which is vertical going up the side. I think that it all works really well together, personally. I don't like... You can't say a base card is numbered out to 40. I hate when when sets do this and they put, the lowest base card you're going to have is numbered out 40. Base cards for me are not numbered.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I love them. I think they're all great. Generally, there's some real nice ones. That Shinsuke one is lovely, especially in the hollow gold that I've seen and stuff like that. It's just there's been some absolutely beautiful photography all the way through. I would say even probably better than photogenic, and that was the whole shtick of photogenic, to be honest.
Yeah, when we talk autos, I'll speak a bit more about that, but yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. I will say about the timeless moments as well, they're all unique moments that we haven't really seen before. I know we've always had the NWO being formed or Austin 316 or Angle with the milk truck and that kind of stuff, but there's some more peculiar Batista
different shots,
turn down the contract. Yeah,
it's the same moments, but definitely different, slightly different shots, image wise.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it definitely gives something different to look at as a kind of put out of the boxes,
I would say, for me personally, that there is the reason I highlighted the FOTL at the start. I think there's too much of a gulf between what you got in FOTL and what you get potentially in hobby, because what you're getting in FOTL, you're either getting a pink to 4 or a hollow gold to 2, and then when you get the hobby and you get a base out of 40, you're thinking, okay. It's not an out of 4 and it's not an out of 2. You know what I mean? That there is a sizable gulf there, which I think potentially is a bit too much between the two. Especially when
it's hard to say, isn't it?
Well, the thing is that the base isn't just not it. That's a component part of the FOTL, but also if you look at the autos, which we'll go into in a second as well. The autos are really low numbered as well.
Yeah.
So normally with FOTL you get one card, which is lower, but with the FOTL you were getting really low base cards and really low autos as well, which was a bit of a surprise, to be honest. I think FOTL for this just went through the roof with how good it was.
See, I feel like it always should have that big gulf as a selling point, because I can't remember what it was. It might have been Select Hobby or Select FOTL or Prism, where it only had the one extra thing. And I just think that's not enough to justify the extra money. Whereas I feel like this is a big selling point. That's how you get the FOTL to sell at the higher price on Dutch auction.
Which is great, but I just think it undervalues the hobby, where the hobby is quite expensive as well, to be honest. But
yeah,
what I would say is you're 100% right, and it's clear, and obvious as what we see now. We're at this very evening, we're seeing FOTL National Treasures being released, Natty T. And from what I've seen, you get obviously an FOTL card at the back. I think it's either numbered to 3 or 5, and it's an auto mem.
That's cool.
And considering the price you're paying, 8 cards in there, you only get the 1 extra card, which is a low numbered auto mem. I don't know, man. I think there's so much difference. I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying it's bad, but I don't know. Like, if I had a choice of going and pay the extra for FOTL versus hobby, I don't know. So,
Talking about the pricing side of things here as well. Like, I know we were kind of undecided when we first heard about 3 Count about whether or not it was worth the money and that kind of stuff. I think from what I've seen over this past weekend and what's come out of these boxes, I think like 260 isn't too bad of a pricing all consideration. Like, I think for what you're getting and the value that these cards currently are, I think that's not a bad purchase actually compared to other product ultimately.
well, so yeah, I mean, the hobby itself is around about 200, and FOTL sold out around 260, but you wouldn't have got it for less than 300, really. Like, it was the boxes finished just above 260. So you would have been lucky to get it under 300. Basically.
Yeah, so Steel City have got it up for 264 at the moment. So that's what they
for
are.
FOTL?
No, for hobby. For hobby, yeah.
Well, I've seen hobby as low as 200, maybe a bit less. But
I've seen it
FOTL was
in the
around
UK for 220.
Okay, that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It is good, yeah.
This thing is, it's difficult to talk about pricing because as soon as we talk about pricing and we release this pod, even though if it's tonight, the money may change on these boxes in seconds.
No, of course, yeah.
And I think the more
down.
people see of this product as well, I think there's a real high chance that these could go high.
I do too. Yeah, I agree.
I think they could. But obviously, this is all about the downtown chase, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk autos. So, I've got numerous ones to talk about, but on the list that I've provided you guys, talk about Attitude Era icon signatures and legendary autos. So I can only imagine they were constructed by whoever the guy was at Panini who constructed it, went and visited his Auntie Sue and sat down on the bed for the evening and looked at the Artex ceiling and went, you know what, that would look great on a card.
Nice.
I was trying to put my finger on what it was, and it reminds me of like a bathroom floor.
Yes.
Do you know, it's slightly textured, so like in a bath where you don't fall over and stuff.
Well, I didn't want to go back to the toilet again.
Fair.
Yeah, but they're both very bubbly. The weird thing is, so the Attitude Era icons, which I do love them, but
same.
It looks like photogenic. It looks like
it does very much.
It's got that box around the picture, and it looks like it was a design that they wanted to use for photogenic, and they've just pushed it to 3 count. It looks really strange, to be honest.
Yeah, it would work in either, I think.
Yeah, so I like the design. I think they look kind of special when they came out on a lot of the breaks that I've seen. They just look very different.
I like the font. The font at the top looks like the kind of fonts they would have used back then, which I think adds to the card. Yeah,
they're proper word arty, and they're like, is it Chiller in it? Is that what it's called? On like the
it's something like that. Yeah. And it's mostly like, again, it's image wise, it's like it's moments we've seen, but it's like images that we haven't. Like Stone Cold's one, for instance, he's got both the tag title and the world title in his hands. It's just nice to see different images used.
I think the Austin where you got that belt and the tag belt is the sort of other side of the Dude Love, because the picture of Dude Love's has got the tag team title belts on his auto. So I wonder if it's like kind of from the same match or the same image, you know.
I think they're a hit, but I preferably I like them just because there's something different, and I don't think we'll ever see anything like that again in a hurry. So good on them. The next ones, let's talk about a bit of memorabilia. So Jumbo Mem, and then you got Massive Matt Mem. Well, they're just called Massive Matt autographs. And then we've got memorabilia, which is like a swatch. And then you've got prime memorabilia and superstar swatches. You've got quite a lot of auto mems here, guys. So the jumbo mem is just what you would expect it to be. Quite a big patch, autograph underneath, and a picture of the superstar to the left.
Yeah.
It's nothing we haven't seen before, especially from like the likes of Immaculate, for example. But I think the person's on the other side. I like them though. Have you seen some of the designs that have been coming out on the patches? The low numbered ones.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of the low number ones, there's lots of colour on them, and obviously the jumbo ones are lots of colour. When you start getting into the 50s and 75s and kind of the higher ones, they're very plain, all blacks or all white or red or whatever, you know. The lower ones definitely seem to have a shift.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. So the 49s and above, I've seen them all black, basically.
Yeah, I've hit one of these in a break, and it was all black, and it was to 49. And then I've seen the to 25 of the same card, and it's really cool. It's got like a really cool patch. So,
things you kind of expect it these days, but it's just a bit soul destroying when it happens, and you're like, oh, it's just it's really nice looking encased card. It looks really high end, and it's an all black mem.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of a bit of a sucker punch, really.
Yeah.
This is a talking point. The massive matte relic. So this is a really bizarre one. So the autograph is at the top. There's a little tiny picture,
tiny person,
tiny person in the middle, and then you've got a bit of a bit of canvas underneath, which is quite bright blue actually. If you on most of them I've seen. How do you think this one's gone down? Because Chris is shaking his head. You can't audibly hear the shake, but yeah.
In all honesty, it's the same. I think it was in Elite where they had Elite deck, and it had it was like one of the inserts, and it had a teeny tiny person on it, and I can't get past that. I just think it looks so weird, like this tiny person. I think it was Jade Cargill's auto. You know, it just looks weird. It's not for me.
It's not for me either. I think when you have a jumbo mat like that, okay, the image is quite small, the audio is quite big, it's all a bit weird, but when you've got something like that and you can't tie it down to an event, I know Panini obviously are a bit weird with this kind of thing, but fully loaded works really well because, you know, the canvas ties with the event that it says it's from and all that kind of stuff. But with this, you've got nothing really to tie with it, and that does nothing for me at all. Really.
I liked with fully loaded where they signed the actual mat, and then you had a bigger picture. That's it for me. That would solve this, and it would look okay.
But that's the thing. Like, if it's large memorabilia cards, they're really built for the superstar to sign them. You know what I mean? But this already has the autograph on it. Yes. The thing that it's missing is the superstar.
Yeah.
Let's just call it the Oompa Loompa matte relic, right? It's tiny. It's
I'd like to see
tiny. It's weird.
I'd like to see one of these double signs. So if somebody gets one and then takes it to the wrestler and then gets the wrestler to sign the relic as well.
And peels a sticker off the top to remove it.
Perfect.
Get the hot hairdryer out.
It's an interesting talking point. Would you ever... I mean, I'm digressing, but we digress all the time and go off in tangents. Sorry, guys. But would you ever take one of the cards out? You may want it to get it graded. You might want to just have it out in a top loader. But would you ever take it out of the case?
Obviously, I bought fully loaded on eBay that have all been taken out of their case, and they're just in 55 points, and you just think, Jesus.
Danny from the CFP
People do it.
Said he did that as well. Just prefers it out of the thing. No, I wouldn't. The only one I would is the redemption. Because the redemption's coming.
That's a talking point in itself, isn't it?
Well, we'll get to the redemptions in a bit. They're like the last thing I was going to talk about on the autos. So the next one, you have memorabilia autographs. So these are like little swatches, basically. They're nothing. I would say we have seen these cards numerous times, especially the recent IMAC. We've had these. They're nothing new. I like the design of them though, like the way that the way that the card looks. I think it's better than IMAC, but there's nothing new to this one at all.
It's the same kind of studio portrait shot, isn't it? More
It is, yeah. But as I say, we've recently had it on a high end product, so it's a bit weird that they've kind of redone it again. Just moved around where the relic is on the cards.
Shuffle.
So the next two are actually quite cool, actually, I think. So prime memorabilia autographs. These are the ones where they're black and white pictures.
Yeah, these look nice,
Yeah. Very strange, because they look
NXT.
like... They've been made to look ye olde worldy, like, you know what I mean?
Do the legends, come on.
Yeah.
Home run.
Like, it's a bit weird when you get one and it's like Noam Dar. You're like,
Jordan,
oh, okay.
Yeah. They look really nice. They look classy, but yeah, you're right. It should be legends.
It should be legends. The Superstar swatch autographs. These are the ones where they've got a big star in the background.
Yeah.
And then there's a picture of the Superstar, and then there's a swatch. Basically like how the memorabilia is, quite a small swatch in the middle of the card. I actually like these.
I do too.
Oh, I'm going to keep my mouth shut then.
Oh, really?
What do you think not like about them?
I just think they look really, like, tacky. They just, I think the star looks really, like, on a high-end product, I just think, it looks really lame. But,
fair enough.
You know,
I reckon if you had an edge in them, if they had edge, that would have looked really good.
Yeah, But I don't know, like, I just like the fact that it's different. It's like, if you look at what we're just talking about the memorabilia autograph, you know what I mean? It's exactly the same of what we've had, just, I think probably a nicer card than IMAC. But we haven't seen this kind of star design before. At least it's something different.
Well, not even like a dodgy, not even like a perfect square, like a different shaped relic looks different as well, which is enough. I think if it was a perfect square, it'd just look a bit bland. But yeah, I got like it's a little bit different.
So the other ones we have are Timeless Moments autographs horizontal and Timeless Moments autographs vertical. So these are from the base set, Timeless Moments, but with a little space generally at the bottom of the card where they can put a sticker. They've whitened a bit out of the actual image so that they can put a sticker so you can actually see the writing of the autograph underneath the card. Yeah, I think, to be honest, it's okay, but there are obviously a lot of Timeless Moments that we're not getting. They're very selective of the people who pretty much are alive and who are still signed with I think whoever is alive, that they have signed the cards, right? So other than like The Rock and stuff like that, but there's some good ones. I keep on seeing the Cody Rhodes come up.
With the belt.
In every break. Yeah.
It's a really nice card, but yeah, I've seen that one a lot too.
I've seen it about 4 or 5 times now. It just keeps
for good prices as well. Really good price.
So if you're going into breaks, please either get Cody or Noam Dar. These cards come out. It's either end of the spectrum, guys. And the great Carly as well. He keeps coming.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Carly
out.
Actually.
Yeah, he's got a couple of cards. The Rock is obviously a good bet as well because he's got a lot of base cards, obviously no autographs.
I think Hogan's got a lot of the timeless moments.
Yes.
And stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah. So we didn't really cover it. There's a lot of... so The Rock has like 5 timeless moments in the base, basically, as well as a base card. So
Triple H has got a lot as well, actually, as well.
He has as well. So just a breakdown of the autograph / auto mems. The base I've put out of star because they're all over the place. Up to 99 generally and lower. The blues to 49, purple to 25, red to 15, gold to 10, pink FOTL to 10, green to 5, Hollow Gold FOTL to 3, and Platinum 1 of 1. Now, yet again, when you're getting FOTL, you're either getting pinks to 10 or FOTL golds to 3. So you are getting a big hefty chunk from the FOTLs on these. Generally, I think it wasn't it generally if you got a gold base card, you were getting 2 pink autographs basically, and then if
kind
you
of
got
makes sense.
something like that, you'd get generally 1 gold, and if not, a downtown, which we'll cover in a sec. I did make a note, Jamie. You mentioned it before. I did make a quick note of all the people I saw redemptions of. We don't normally do this. As part of our rundowns, because we generally don't know who has got.
There's not usually that. No, not that there's that many, but there's some real big names in this, isn't there?
Yeah, so you got Roman, Becky, Liv, LA Knight, Zelina, Mankind, Rick Steiner, AJ Styles, Road Dogg, Seth, Jimmy Uso, Grayson Waller, and those are the ones I found off eBay. So there might be more.
There could be more.
I've definitely seen AJ Styles crop up as a redemption.
Roman for sure. I've seen. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of them. I wonder maybe is this a case that they need more stickers signing to fulfill the 99? I don't know. It's very strange, but there's a lot of, because there's Mankind in the actual system itself. Like there are Mankind autos live.
Yep.
So it's strange that there's also redemptions in there as well. Really.
It is very strange, but you expect it. But I just find it really weird that you get an encased card and then it's a redemption in an encased card. Then you've got to open it up to like scratch it off, and oh man,
I did kind of question that actually, and a breaker told me it is to do with like box weights and stuff, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, that does make sense. Then no one can tell it's a light box.
It makes perfect sense. It's just
shit.
We say it every time we do a review. Just don't have it. You don't need to have redemptions, especially at this point.
And stickers already. Like you imagine if it's live, it's different. But these are all stickers. The whole lot stickers.
But that's the thing. Just like we know it's coming to the end anyway. So the chances of you getting that person to sign it are going to be slim anyway. So what's the point? It's just anyway.
Even if they did redeem them, do you think they would send it to you in a 3 count loader, or do you think you would just get it as you would now in a normal top loader?
I think you'd get it in the mag.
In a 3 count.
I'm almost certain.
Yeah.
But one to keep an eye on and see when these start being fulfilled, if they do. Yeah.
If they do, yeah.
If they just turn up, because otherwise it's just a top loader with a Panini CS sticker on, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So we'll move on to the only inserts that we have in the set. It's amazing. Just one insert. Amazing. Downtown checklist. So 20 cards. So these are case hits. There's one downtown per 10 boxes, basically, on average. So I'll just go down the list. There's only 20 names. I'll go down it. So Rey Mysterio, The Miz, Eddie Guerrero, Razor Ramon, Bret the Hitman Hart, Asuka, Undertaker, Rhea Ripley, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bianca Belair, Mankind, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Gunther, John Cena, The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Hulk Hogan, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley. As Hunter Hearst Helmsley, not Triple H. So we've seen them all now. We were kind of speculating what they're all going to look like, and
I think we were spot on with a lot of them.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we were. I think so. You know, I think we're spot on with the Rowdy Roddy Piper one.
Yeah. Have you looked at the images closely around what's featured in their sort of towns, what they've put on there? So Piper's got like the Hogwarts train on the viaduct in the background, which I thought was totally mad. As all things Scottish, like I mean, the Jacobite Railway isn't probably the first thing that comes to mind already, but I mean that was an interesting one. Parts Unknown for Warrior is quite good. I like the neon.
I love that
effect on the Warrior.
I think the worst picture, the worst thing about it is the picture of Warrior for me. It's there are so many different. There are so many amazing pictures. That picture that I've got on the ringside, that gold ringside of Warrior, would have been perfect on this card, looking up at the beam coming down. But they used the picture of him, sad Warrior.
So I think the images are quite cool. I think most of the stuff is kind of what we expected otherwise, really. I do think there's a little bit of kind of like AI generated kind of artwork looking on some of them. Some of them are a bit mad. But overall, I think they are, like I said, pretty much bang on what we said they were going to be last time round, really, aren't they?
Yeah. Anyone got any like personal favourites they've seen?
I mean, I do really like Rey Mysterio's. I think the Day of the Dead stuff for kind of all the Lucha masks and stuff looks really cool.
That's the thing, though. That's the other image, that Rey image. He's like sad Rey.
Sad Rey.
He's sad Rey. He's not happy. There's so many good images of Rey. I just found it really weird that they used that one.
We said this before with Bianca Belair, didn't we? That we said that when we saw that preview image, like it's not a very exciting image of the wrestler, and that's the same with all these downtown images. Like they're all a bit sad and a bit bland. Like you really want some. I think the most characterful one is Asuka, and that's really one of the better images out of all of them, really. You know?
Razor Ramon's one's quite. He's like actually got his arms out and kind of looks like he's surfing on the wave almost. So yeah, quite like that one. He's surfing on top of the downtown writing.
I think the Hunter Hearst Helmsley one is pretty terrible. Like out of all of the
Cody's, but
out of all the good Triple H ones you could have done. And they went with that. I don't know, a bit bizarre. But the best one I think is Rhea with the kangaroo next to her.
Sydney Opera House. And it does look very good.
It's the most distinct out of all. Out of Asuka and Rhea, like they are clear where they're from. Yeah. Like CM Punk's he's from Chicago, but if you didn't know what a Chicago pizza looked like, you wouldn't necessarily tie any of that pizza oven or that with CM Punk.
That card has been slated something like just because that's it. It's like a pizza, a deep
pizza in an oven,
deep pan pizza going into an oven, and people are just like, "What?"
What I've noticed in like sales wise, it's one of the lowest sales that I've seen. I think I saw one go sort of 400-ish when they've been generally selling more like 600 to 800.
Yeah.
So I think general consensus is that one is not the best.
I think the sad thing with CM Punk is as well that they have got a resource of Punk's images going back through time, but they only seem to be using this same like 3-month period for any of these Panini images. Like from Survivor Series to the Rumble is kind of all we're getting really of Punk, isn't it, at this point?
And I can see why they're doing it because they want to show the current product.
Oh, of course
that they're giving us basically. Just wait until you go back to Tops, and then you'll have old pictures of Punk galore, no doubt, I'm sure. But I think the thing is with these downtowns, I still don't get it. Now I'm going to pose a question to you guys here. So not next time around, but the time after, when I'm doing in the new year, when I'm doing the next podcast, basically. I think we should do Panini's case hits or better. So like downtowns, color blasts, i.e. rank, not necessarily not the cards of like individuals, but where do these all fit in? Yeah. But with downtowns, I just don't really get it. And spoilers, I don't think it's going to be that high on my list. But if I got a downtown as an insert in a product, I would just be like, meh. You know what I mean? But because it has that, it's a case hit and it's very special. That and like kabooms, they just glorify. They're not even glorified inserts to me. They just don't feel special. I don't know how to explain it better than that. It's just.
Do you think that's because I don't feel special in WWE or just in general? Because I feel like they've got a better resilience and kind of reputation in other sports compared to WWE.
Yeah,
like they're higher valued as well. I will just say I'm the complete opposite to you there, Dave. I think they're both really, really good. And I do see like the special, but I don't know if it's because I was privy to them before WWE that they've always been a big deal for me. It's not been like a newer thing. I don't know, but yeah, I really like them.
I think we always did say there was going to be a squeeze with WWE and Downtowns as to how they would actually work with it, and whether they be kayfabe where they came from or anything like that. Whereas at least with other sports, like if they're from Boston, it's clear they play for Boston, and you kind of got everything in the background, you know. I will say just really quickly about Roman Reigns. I was surprised that they didn't make him have Samoa rather than Pensacola. I know obviously he's from Pensacola, but I thought that was a bit of a strange one considering they play into the bloodline stuff. You could have really honed in there, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean,
But he's not Samoan. Well, like he's not from there, is he? Do you know what I mean?
No,
I
but
get it.
Pensacola's not got much going for it, is it?
It's got that big water tower.
It's got water tower, beach and 3 airplanes.
Yeah, there you go. That's all on the
the
car.
thing is, but to be honest, I actually kind of back Jamie on this a bit because Mankind doesn't come from the boiler room. You know what I mean? And the Undertaker doesn't come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the character more than it is the
But then at the
person.
same time, John Cena's one, like that is, I would probably say that's the worst one.
Yeah.
Maybe on par with Triple H, but I think Triple H's one, or Hunter Helmsley, is more like notable than this West Newbury, Massachusetts one.
Yeah, it's probably plain, isn't it?
Really,
There's nothing in West Newbury, apparently.
there's one monument and like an old timey town hall.
I just, and this is why I say they just don't seem overly that special. Like they're nice cards. But to drop, like, compare them to Colour Blasts.
Yes, exactly.
And how special Colour Blasts feel, to me personally.
And still do, yeah.
Compared to what a Downtown is, for me, it's night and day. Like, Colour Blast just feels like a really special card. Downtowns just seem, for me, like an insert. But, Chris, I get where you're coming from. There is a heritage,
I do put,
and there's, I
put Colour Blast in the same ilk as Kaboom, and the one I don't like is Colour Wheel. I think that's not so great, but
yeah.
But yeah, I agree with Jamie. Like the ones that are better in these Downtowns are the ones that are not actually where they're from. Do you know what I mean? The ones where they're from, like Gunter's one, is a bit boring. So yeah, I do think that they should all be, maybe make the list 10 people and do them, you know, the different random places.
Yeah.
Fair play. Apart from Rhea coming from Australia, that was funny.
It's true though.
I like that one.
It's true though. Those two though, they are so distinct. Like we said, like Rhea and Asuka, clear as day where they're from, and it's there in front of you.
So basically, they have to either be make-believe people, make-believe character places, or they need to be foreign.
Or somewhere where there's actually something going on.
Apart from Austria. Well, we did ask, didn't we? We did, like, would it be Germany? But yeah, it was definitely Austria, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there's still things on there that can you clearly tell that's Vienna or what the cake is. I mean, what's the cake on there? I have no idea what the cake is. And the hat, is the hat Austrian?
I googled it and I can't remember already. That hat is the one they do when they're like yodeling, isn't it? It's a yodel hat.
Yeah, but is that Austrian, German, or Swiss?
Austrian is yodeling, I think. Yeah. I mean, the Alps kind of help.
Yeah, a little bit.
The Alps help.
But even still,
they should just put like the sound of music, like a little music thing coming out.
And a bit of Falco.
Yeah, make it, something like that.
Sound of music. A nun being chased by Nazis in the background. That'd be amazing.
You'd know where it was, though, more than this.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Austria.
I got that one. I got that one. Jamie wouldn't do. He's never seen it.
No, I haven't seen Sound of Music. No, that's one for Christmas, I guess, isn't it?
Have you never seen it?
No, I don't do
missus
musicals.
Recently told me that she hadn't seen it, and I could not believe it.
I did. A female did. Okay, cool. That's kind of it, really.
That is pretty much it.
That's it.
No more free count. This is it. One and done. Like there's no more.
Yeah.
No next year. Nothing to work on. It's just finished.
Well, let's finish it off with rating. Because we always try to rate them out of 10. Jamie, would you rate it out of 10?
I think about a 7. I'm quite happy with this as a product. I think the price point works out about right for what you're getting in the boxes. I think what I've seen so far, like the images, I'm quite happy with this. I think Downtown's a bit hit and miss, but yeah, 7 out of 10 for me.
Chris?
I'm going to go 8. I've seen more decent boxes than I've seen shitty boxes. I've seen a few shitty boxes. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, overall, I've pleasantly surprised. I feel like, do you know what I mean? And as I said, I'm more of a fan of the Downtown. So yeah, about an 8 for me.
I'm gonna do split it. FOTL 8.7. That's how good I thought FOTL was. Versus Hobby 6.8. And that's the golf. Almost 2 points golf difference. Just because of how much more you're getting in FOTL.
Wow.
And that's the point I was trying to make all the way through this bonus episode, because there is such a golf.
So if you missed out on first off the line, you missed out completely.
No, there's still some good cards out there, but they're just, I mean, they're not 2s and 3s and 4s, you know what I mean? So, but I would say is like, they're both a great rip though. But
fun to
and
watch.
I think, to be honest, the FOTL has been my favourite product so far. Out of everything. I've never rated anything 8.7 before, I don't think. I've been you guys have seemed to be going further down, and I seem to be going further up with my ratings these days. But yeah, it was definitely my favourite product that I've seen rip. Didn't have one in hand, just in breaks.
Yeah.
But it's just, yeah, it felt special. That rip did feel really special, more than any other FOTL did.
If this was on-card also, this would be like an all-timer image on the Panini scale for me. Like, I just think it would be, and even like less redemptions, I just think all the way through, if you could hit that home run, it would have been a cracking product, I think.
The thing is, for me, like on-card autos, if you've got an autograph which is on a sticker, which is actually fully on a sticker and not a John Cena special half a star,
Or a Mankind.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of autographs that just don't belong on a sticker. Askers, for example, and stuff like that. I get it. Like, people have beautiful autographs, but if it's done well on a sticker, I don't mind it.
No.
And the fact of the matter is, it's a quick and easy way of getting the cards out quicker to us. You know what I mean? They don't have to send them all off, get them all signed, get them all back again. Maybe have that weight. Topps was very good. They didn't put a lot of weight on a lot of these, which were on card, and it was great. But I don't mind it as much as some people do, like yourself, Jamie. Because I understand the logistics of it, and
Of course.
But the thing is, it's not. I think that the on-card autographs should be for the higher end stuff, like Imac, like Impeccable, like Natty T, which is not going to be.
I
like
think
flawless.
this is high enough, though. I think 300.
Really?
But you've got to think of the average collector. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think that 300 is still a lot, and it should. If you're spending 300 quid, 200 quid, then you should get at least maybe one on card or whatever.
You're getting 3 cards in a box. Ultimately, this is high end. They might not market it as it, but it is high end. It really is. You're getting less cards here than you are IMAC. I know the price point is different, but it's still, it should be seen as a premium product, really.
I don't think it is though. I think it's mid tier. It's the same or less price than Hobby. Like the Hobby boxes for Prism Select, they all go for more than this.
Mm.
And what are you, other than maybe, like, if you look at Select, there's more. A box of Select is more money. You get 2.
But you get a lot
with
more
stickers.
cards.
Yeah, I know, but a lot more cards of what? Bulk.
Yeah,
a lot
basically.
of base cards, some numbered cards, like to 249. But
if you think
it's
about when
difficult.
Topps had the license and they were putting out products, and they weren't, as high end, but they were still getting us on card autos and they were affordable. Whereas this, I feel like, it should be, if it's, I would say above about 150 quid. I think it's, mid to high end, isn't it?
The thing is, times have changed, man. And we're not in the same
better.
place. Yeah.
I think in terms of cards, it's it's a tough one.
I'd be interested to see how Topps handle this, and then we've got that comparison as to what the price point is of Finest or Chrome when it comes around next year. Obviously, we've seen some Chrome images already. See what that price point is, and then that will be a good comparison there with 3 count.
I think it's going to be high. I think they're going to do exactly what Panini are doing. I don't see it going back to what it used to be at all, judging from what they've done with the other licenses they've acquired so far.
UFC,
it's going to be
for example.
UFC, all of it,
Yeah.
Yeah. But
The
so I think Dave's right,
kicker,
and it's just the times of changing, and money is what it is.
It's I tell you what, but that's good though, because in essence, because it's the card market has obviously gone up in price, which then leads really the back end of that is that the cards that you own,
Your
the
cards,
good ones, should have gone up in price as well, right?
And I
We've
do
just
think that
recently seen-
they are slowly, especially in the UK, slowly starting to raise in price.
Well, we've just seen, the next big card sale of all time. I mean, we digress. Review over. We could talk for hours. We have fucking talked for hours. We'll be back to another podcast, our main show next week, and Jamie, you've got the special coming out as well.
Tony's special will be out tomorrow. Yeah, about Wednesday.
Tony special. And we also have to do one for Natty T as well, so National Treasures.
Got some thoughts on this already.
Yeah.
Save that.
It's not looking so good. But guys, thank you so much for joining us on this. We've never done this before. Between the four of us, we've done 5 podcasts in a space of a week, right?
Yeah. Busy boys.
4 of us.
3. Yeah.
I was thinking of
Between the 3 of us, we've done 4 podcasts in a week.
In 5 days.
In 5 days. That's it. Fucking hell.
We probably could do with a 4th person at this
Yeah,
rate.
exactly. This rate. Yeah, it's getting more and more. But thank you so much, everyone. And
Cool. Take care, everyone.
we'll see you later.
See you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.